This place is going to be for God's people. And he said, I'm going to start praying. I'm going to start praying that we have a revival.
Yes.
And he starts praying, and he gets down on his knees. And every time somebody came through that town, you know, they didn't have Facebook, right? They didn't have cell phones or any of that kind of stuff. But every time somebody came to town, he prayed with them. And then he said, when you go out there, if you meet somebody that's hurting, will you pray for them and you tell them that next month we're going to be having a revival. He doesn't just see one person, he sees a second person, and a third person, and a fourth person. Now this was a church that seldomly had regulars come because it took so long to get there, and they had their day jobs and everything else that they had to travel days to get there. But he looks over and he sees a fifth, and a sixth, and a seventh, and an eighth, and a ninth, and a tenth, and so on. And it was like Egypt to go into Mount Zion. You could just see these people just stretched out in a caravan. And he could feel the Spirit, and it's just moving on the back of his neck. And he looks out and he sees all these people coming. He's like, Lord, what am I going to do? You know what happened? 17 preachers showed up. Wow. 17 preachers. And each of those 17 preachers brought all their congregation with them. If there's a preacher in here right now, bring your congregation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They all came together in fellowship to praise the Lord. And you know how many people came? This was like the Woodstock for God. There were 20,000 people. 20,000 people. That's a revival. People were walking from 3 states around to get to this revival. And you know what he had to do? He had to go set up a pole barn. A lot of them. And so when they set it up, it became a campground outside his little church, just like we're doing right here. And that became the first American revival. Just pray for revival. Pray for revival in Jacksonville. Pray for revival right here. Pray for revival right here in your own heart. Because revival starts with each and every one of us.